Good afternoon, friends. So today we'll see one of the most important topic in mathematics, which many of you might be having problem. Quadratic equation is such a chapter where students get most confused. Okay, so we'll try to make it as interesting as possible. So let's see. Let's go through it. So quadratic equation. So when we say quadratic equation, what do we mean? We mean ax square plus bx plus c. See why? So where a, b, c belongs to R, and most important, x has to be non-negative integral. Why? If I say 3x square plus 5x plus 8, so this is a quadratic equation. But when we say 3x square plus 8 root x plus 6, so this won't be a quadratic equation because x has non-negative, it's not an integer, it will be fraction 1 by 2. So it has to be non-negative integral powers. So this is the basic core idea of what quadratic equation mean. Now, most important thing is its roots. What do we mean by roots? See, any polynomial of any equation will be having n roots. So quadratic equation, what is the power? What is the degree here? Degree is 2. So it will be having 2 roots. Okay, and we'll find out how the roots we can find out. See, so take a common. So if a I have taken common, so b by x plus c by a, then a x square. See, whenever we'll try to make this in terms of complete square. So I'll take plus 2x plus, if I am taking 2x, I'll take b by 2a. Correct? And whatever you have taken, that you square it and subtract it. Same. Correct? Why I am doing this, I will come to know that. See, this is a plus b whole square. Correct? So a into x plus b by 2a whole square. Correct? Minus, if I say, b square minus 4ac by 4a square, I can say. Correct? Because here b square by 4a square. 4a square is the LCM, so minus of taken common, b square minus 4ac. So now, so it will be a into x plus b by 2a whole square minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. Right? So this is your standard form of quadratic equation. Now coming back to regarding the nature of roots. I'll erase it and write it again. In real life, I think, in real life, you will encounter a lot many quadratic equations. Say you throw a stone, right? So it goes like this. The trajectory, which when we say trajectory, we mean the path which is followed by a particle is called trajectory. So trajectory will be parabola. That equation just now which we derived, that is the equation of parabola. So every quadratic equation represents parabola. Now we'll see what exactly parabola is. Okay. Now, so what I wrote, y equals to a into x plus b by 2a whole square minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. Correct? Now, see, now this one very important term is d, which is called b square minus 4ac, because it determines the nature of the roots. Determines the nature of roots. Why? I'll tell you. And a is also very important. Why? We'll see that. Now, let's say, suppose, we'll take condition. A greater than 0, okay, a less than 0. Now, coming back to this, when the start of quadratic equation, I told you, what is the domain for this equation? Domain means set of value which x can take. So x can take any number, x can take from minus infinity to minus plus infinity, correct? Right? Power I said non-negative integral, but x can take any values from minus. So domain is all set of all real numbers. Now if a greater than 0, what do you expect? Suppose a greater than 0, right? So your graph will look like this. A less than 0, your graph will look like this. Why? A greater than 0 means this will be always a positive, right? Positive, and they mainly will see these things, right? So this is called minus b by 2a comma minus d by 4a. Correct? So minus b by 2a comma minus d by, this is called the vertex, or you can say this is the point of maximum or minimum. Maximum or minimum. Why this define the line of maximum or minimum? Why this is less than 0? Because this is positive always. If you take negative, take any number x, say 10,000. So this square will be more, and if you apply negative, it will be more negative, right? So it will have a maximum value. Coming back to the certain, based on b, your graph will cut, intersect, or it will lie up or down. We'll see that. Suppose this is the case for a greater than 0. First we'll take d greater than 0. So in that case, your graph look like this. This is alpha, this is beta. Correct? It will have two real and distinct roots. Two real and distinct roots. Correct? Given by alpha equals to, right? If this is greater than 0, you will get minus b plus minus root d by 2a alpha comma beta. If you solve this, just equate this to 0, you will get it. Okay, so this is for d greater than 0. Now for d equals to 0, and condition still remain the same. For d equals to 0, it will exactly touch. Roots will be equal, which will be equals to minus b by 2a. Right? Understood? So quadratic equation will help you to mainly find the maximum and minimum value. That is the most important concept of quadratic. That will come in the later stage. Now next is, suppose d is less than 0, a greater than 0. What will happen? This is less than 0, this is greater than 0, this is greater than 0. So what will happen? You will get imaginary roots, which I can't show. So imaginary roots means it will lie like this. Similarly, a less than 0, d greater than 0. What will happen? A less than 0, greater than 0. It will like this. It will have, for a greater than 0, it will have minimum value. Because maximum can mean infinity. For a less than 0, it will have a maximum value. Because minimum can be anything, minus infinity. Correct? So, and similarly, for d equals to 0, your graph will look like this. D equals to 0. Now, understood? So most important question in this stage, which I am going to discuss, which IITG and every other exams they focus on basically. Most competitive exam you will get this kind of question, and that I am coming through it. What is that? Say, so this thing. Find the least integral value, find the least integral value of k for which k minus 4 into x square plus 8x plus k plus 4 is greater than 0. Make it 2. Correct? See, it says find the least integral value of k for which this equation for all x belongs to R. Right? So this whole equation has to be greater than 0. What does that mean? That means, see, nowhere they have mentioned that is this is a quadratic equation. Nowhere. So you have to consider the case. You can't assume that k minus 2 has to be greater than 0. In quadratic equation, a has to be is greater than 0. But nowhere they have mentioned anything about that. So we'll go by case. So case 1. K minus 2, if it is 0, what will happen? Then this is linear. That means k equals to 2. Okay? Put k equals to 2, what you will get? 8x plus 8 to just 16x plus 4 to 6. 4 to 6. So what is this? 16x plus 6. So greater than 0. So x has to be greater than minus 6 by 16. So negative, right? I can take any negative number, right? So it will be greater than 0. So this is the case. Okay. Next. Okay. So it is not for all x belongs to R. It's because condition we have got. Next, coming to case 2 where k minus 2 greater than 0. That means k greater than 2. Now k greater than, this has to be greater than 0. That means graph has to lie above x-axis. So d has to be less than 0, not greater than 0. Why? Because complete graph has to be shifted. It should be above this positive x-axis, right? If it touches like this, then some part will be in the downward direction. So we have to take d less than 0. Now calculate d. D will be b square minus 4 into k minus 2 into k plus 4 less than 0. So 16k square minus 4k square plus 4k minus 2k. So plus 4k minus 2k, which is 2k minus 8 less than 0. So 16k square minus 4k square is 12k square minus 4 to the 8k plus 4 to the 8 less than 0. That means student, if I take 4 common, what will you get? 3k square minus 4 to the 2k plus 4 to less than 0. Okay, less than 0. So right, so if we factor this, so 3 to the 6. So 2 number, how do you factor it? You have to think 2 number whose product is 6 and difference is minus 2. So if we say k 3k square minus 2k, 3 to the 6. 3 minus 2 is not k. Somewhere I did mistake. No. Okay. So 3k square minus 2k plus 2 less than 0. So what we'll do? How to do this then? Again it came quadratic in k. K has to be less than 0. That means this is greater than 0. So it's discriminant. Again d has to be less than 0. So d is what? B square. Check. B square minus 4ac. 4 into 3 into 2. It's coming negative. Correct? So our equation is correct. Now how do you find a root? I have told you. K equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. So here roots are coming imaginary. K belongs to imaginary number. Right? So some problem is there in this equation due to which we cannot find the real values of k. Okay? I think here k should not be there. Some problem is there. Otherwise this has to be factorized. If it gets factorized, then based on that we can find the k value. Least integral value. Find the least integral value is k for which k minus 2x square okay, here we are not getting integral value. That means some problem is there in the equation. Okay, so let's do this thing. I can make this 4. Let's say if I make this 4 k minus 4x square plus 8x okay, or wait, k minus 2, remove this k. Okay, so coming back this. See, even if your answer not getting, that means some problem is there in the equation. So what we'll do, I think I might have noted down question wrongly. Okay, so k has to be greater than 2. So if you take k greater than 2, that has to be greater than 0. Okay, now coming back to so d has to be less than 0. So d is 64 minus 4 into a b square minus 4ac less than 0, or k minus 2 into k plus 4, say minus 4, I took it that side, minus 64, correct? So when you divide, in inequality, when you divide by negative number, inequality sign changes. Why? 2 is less than 3, but minus 2 is greater than minus 3. So I'm dividing throughout by minus 4 less than 16 for the 64, okay? Oh, sorry, greater than, okay, then it will be k square minus 4k is 2k, plus 4k minus 2k is plus 2k. See, minus 4 to 8, 8 minus 16 is minus 8, has to be greater than 0. That means 4 to 8, I can factor it, k square plus 4k minus 2k minus 8 has to be greater than 0. That means k into k plus 4 minus 2 into k plus 4 has to be greater than 0. K plus 4 into k minus 2 greater than 0. Now, whenever you get such equation, plot a number line, put the roots. 2, 4. When it will get greater than 0, if I take any number more than 4, greater than 0, say 5. Positive, less than 2, say 1. Positive, oh sorry, this is minus 4, sorry my friends. The minus 4 and this is 2. Take any number greater than 2, 3. Positive, 3 minus 2, 3 plus 4. Less than minus 4, minus 5. Negative, negative, positive. Again. So, what happened? What is the nature of roots? K is greater than 2. First point. Second point is K belongs to, we write, greater than 0. So, minus infinity to minus 4 union 2 to infinity. That's how you write it. Okay. Now, coming back to these things. Now, club this. K greater than 2 and K belongs to minus infinity. So, minus 4 union 2 to infinity. So, K has to be belongs to 2 to infinity. So, least integral value it's asked. So, K equals to 3. That should be the answer. Okay. So, that's how we follow the quadratic equation. So, whenever any equation they'll say greater than 0, that means the whole graph should lie above x-axis. For that, this condition, but here nowhere they have mentioned that this is a quadratic equation. So, first case always you have to assume whether to be this linear. Okay. The next case you can assume this quadratic. Suppose it is given value of k for which quadratic equation. You can't simply assume k minus 2 has to be greater than 0. That should be given in the problem. Okay. So, when we assume k minus 2, k has to be greater than 2. Right. Next. So, d has to be less than 0. So, d is b square minus 4ac. I think the previously I have done some mistake in this question. That's what I corrected it later because we are getting imaginary values. So, based on that also you can check, okay, whether the question is correct or not, or whether you have copied the question wrongly. So, k has to be greater than 3. Okay. That's how the quadratic equation works. And I have told you the maximum and minimum value will always lies at the vertex. And vertex is given by minus b by 2a and minus d by 4a. So, suppose any quadratic equation, if you find to the maximum or minimum value, say y equals to x square x square minus 6x plus 8. Say, what will the maximum value? What is the vertex? Vertex, first of all, vertex will be minus b by 2a comma minus d by 4a. See, if I go by this way, I can get easily. So, minus of minus 6, this is a 1, b equals to minus 6, c equals to 8. So, minus b by 2 is minus of minus 6 by 2 into 1, comma, minus d will be b square minus 4ac. So, this will be 4ac minus b square. 4 into 1 into 8 minus 6 square by, oh, d again it's coming negative. So, again it will become 6 is a 36, 8 4 is a 32. Okay, fine, it's coming, good. 4 into 1. So, 3 comma 8 4 is 32. 32 minus 36 minus 4 by 4. So, 3 comma minus 1. 3 comma minus 1. So, at 3, value will be the maximum. 3 and that maximum value will be, sorry, minimum value will be minus 1. Why? Why minimum? Why not maximum? Because a is equals to 1 and which is greater than 0. So, it will have minimum value at 3 minus 1. But many of times you might forget this formula. So, what is the best way? Which I feel best way is always to convert it in the complete square. That is the best way. How do you complete the square? X square minus 2x into 3 you always take 2x. If it is plus, so we will take plus 2x. So x square minus 2x into 3, 6. And whatever you are multiplying, that you square it and subtract it. So within 1 minute you can get it. So x square, so this will become, this is the complete x minus 3 whole square. And this is minus 100, so minus 9. So again, so this is that form. Correct? Y equals to x minus h whole square plus k. Correct? So what is the maximum value? So when this will be minimum? Not maximum. When this will be minimum, because a is 1. Minimum will be when this is 0. Right? What is the minimum value of any square? 0. When it will be 0 at x equals to 3. If you put x equals to 3, what is the minimum value? Oh, minus 1. So y minimum equals to minus 1. So always follow this method. This is much easier because many times you won't be remembering minus d by 2 and minus d by 4. So that's how quadratic equation works. So basic should be clear. If you are clear with this thing, in the nature of the graphs and roots, I think you can solve all the problem. So that's all for today. Thank you. Have a great day.